lush landscapes, explorations, history, and indigenous culture. All of the elements that make up Hualien and makes it one of Taiwan's #1 travel destinations. This is what I hope you'll also see through my lens while I visited Hualien for the first time and share it with you all. Hey guys, it's me Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my third day in Hualien. I guess third day even though the adventure didn't begin until yesterday. I have my hiking stuff on, my hiking gear, because we are going to Taroko Gorge, which is a very famous destination for all travelers here in Hualien. I'm very excited to introduce it to you guys as well as see it for myself. We have permits, so let's go.
I think you said enough. You said you love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do.
The journey is beginning. This is like the main gate of Taroko Gorge. Apparently you can drive to Taichung from here. 7 hours. For now, we are very lucky. It's blue skies.
Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know. If you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
I cannot believe we are in Taroko Gorge right now. It's one of the most popular places for tourists here. They get about 3 million people a year in the gorge. The gorge itself is 19 kilometers long, and all of the rock formations is made from like hundreds of years of erosion. So the lions protect the bridge. I mean, there's a ton of lions also on the side. And this is the mom lion. And you can see her little baby cub is under here. This is the dad lion. And he's playing with the ball while the mom protects the kid. But essentially they're protecting the bridge. Today we are going to stick to the Shakadang Trail, which is one of the most popular. We were also told that Shakadang means wild animal in the Taroko tribe's own language. So this trail was built by Japanese people, but the way that they did it was hold the Taroko tribe at gunpoint. And then they blasted the rocks, which is what you've seen, like the little circles in the rocks, because that's where the dynamite was. So they dig the hole here for the dynamite. Okay. This old trail used to be just over 100 kilometers long to get to Nantou. It used to take minimum 1 month to walk to Nantou on this trail because it's 105 kilometers. Now it's only 4.1 kilometers, and we're gonna walk halfway to 1.5. This trail we started on is the most popular, I think, because not only are the views stunning, but the trail is ranked as level 1, so it's great for beginners and the whole family to enjoy. Note though, it is suggested that you use the washroom at the parking area right before entering because there are no washrooms on this trail. Do you see the gorilla's face in the rock? My goodness, the view is absolutely amazing. And this Shakadang Trail, I believe, is the most popular trail in the gorge. Do you see this very thin bamboo? This is arrow bamboo that the Taroko tribe uses when they do bow and arrow for hunting. Our local guide then took us to one of their special spots to see Taroko's beautiful water up close. The water throughout the gorge is this bluish green color, and that's because of the marble in the rocks. It releases calcium carbonate, which goes into the stream and in turn gives it this stunning color. Can you guys see all of the marble there? And Taroko Gorge, I believe, is 95% marble. And for example, these tunnels, like this tunnel right here, is all handmade. So I can feel it's already quite cool inside, but actually we're going here to the Eternal Spring Shrine.
The Eternal Spring Shrine is more than just a travel spot. There's actually a meaning behind it. During the construction of the Central Cross Island Highway, 212 workers sadly lost their lives, and to remember them, this shrine was built in 1958, a little over 60 years ago.
We're on the suspension bridge. It's quite high.
Yeah.
And it kind of moves.
You want me to jump?
No. And we're on the way up to the bell tower, way up there. It's like 500 meters up to make a wish. We're almost there. And now we do the walk down,
I know.
which for some people is worse than the walk up
Yeah.
because it hurts your knees more. Oh, we made it. And now we're gonna get some lunch at this hotel here. And I believe everyone who works here is from the Taroko tribe, except I think maybe 2 people.
Outside of this hotel, there is a statue of a previous chief that our guide told us put up a fierce battle with the Japanese. And their battle lasted about 2 months before they were outnumbered and defeated. We ended up getting lunch inside of the hotel in their charming restaurant that was sprinkled with Taroko tribe's history and mementos. I liked that you could see all of the carvings within the wood around the establishment. For example, this head-hunting wood carving. As we were eating lunch, we sat and learned more and more about the Taroko tribe and how facial tattoos were a significant part of their lives and culture. Before, usually a tattoo would be put around the forehead, around 7 or 8 years old for ethnic identity, and at around 14 or 15 years old, a boy would usually get a tattoo on his chin when he collects the head of his first human prey, and a girl would have a tattoo on her cheeks for her weaving skills to prove that they're grown-ups and ready to be married. Also, the facial tattoos were not only a symbol of beauty, but also a passport for the dead to be admitted to cross the Rainbow Bridge and unite with their ancestors. While looking at the traditional homes of the tribe, our guide also mentioned that a long time ago, if a family member passed away within the home, their body would be buried in the living room, and it was believed that they would provide protection over the family.
We just quickly drove down from lunch, and now we are in the Swallow Grotto.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yep.
That's what it is.
And we have to wear helmets.
Yeah, which are free to rent.
Yes.
You just pick them up and then drop them off. And also, I think during certain seasons, not now, but if you come during a certain season, you can see a ton of swallows flying around.
Pack our bags and get in that car.
This area is the narrowest part of the gorge, and over long-term erosion by the river, a very deep valley of marble was made. During this process, pothole-like dents were made into the walls and became prime nesting areas for the swallows, hence the name of this spot, Swallow Grotto.
We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life?
Actually, if you did not want to walk on the path, there's actually the highway here that you can take and just drive through the Swallow Grotto. I highly recommend walking. It's beautiful.
Love tunes in a carpet too. Hey, darling,
why we wear the helmet is because, you know, there could be falling rocks. That's why you can see something like over there, like the platform there. It's to help catch falling rocks.
Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the
I have to say one thing about Tarago Gorge is that certain aspects make you feel really small. like we're tiny little ants.
Yeah, we only get one life. I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
Okay, we're heading back down to Hualien City now. It takes about 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah, and we dropped off the helmets. And it literally just started to rain as we finished the day. I'm very glad that we started super early because it was worth it.
Mary Davis wrote, "To walk through nature is to witness 1,000 miracles." And you can definitely feel that when you're surrounded by the wonders made over years and years in this gorge. The views, whispering river sounds, and cicadas really leave you feeling mesmerized. For sure, just the little glimpse I had at Tarago Gorge today left an impression on me, and I'd love to come back and explore the other trails. With that, my third day in Hualien is complete, and I'll hopefully see you over in the next video for day 4 and 5. Thanks for watching. Bye.